In today's video, we'll be exploring contours in OpenCV. But what is contour? Contour is simply a curve that joins a continuous point along a boundary with the same intensity. Now, what does this boundary mean? It definitely means that with contour, we can actually make a curve tracing the same point within an object to create what? To create a boundary with what? With the same intensity. Now, a good example of this is our video with different birds flying from one point to another. The contour helps us to track the movement of these birds, not just to track, but to be able to see in terms of visualization. So we could see how the birds are moving, and the contour helps to actually segment them individually. So contour is basically used in recognition, detection, and also for shape analysis. Without further ado, let's jump into the code. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to create a file called contour.py. So say contour.py, and we'll import our cv2, and we'll set our image is equal to cv2.imread. What is this? Imread. Sorry about that. So we're reading our image, which is birds.jpg, and the next thing we need to do is to actually convert our image to grayscale. This is how the flow works. The first thing is to read an image. The second thing we need to do is to actually convert our image to grayscale. Because why? We need to threshold the image. And obviously that threshold only accepts gray image, that's grayscale image of just one channel, or a channel with one value, as you may call it. So I'm going to convert this image to grayscale, and I already showed you that in the previous video. If you still don't understand, you can go back and watch, but it's quite simple. So I'll say that my image of gray is equal to cv2.cvt color. And what am I converting? I'm converting the original image to what? cv2.color bgr to gray. So the image we get from imread is always bgr. So we have to convert it to gray. And the next one is the thresh. So thresh, that's thresholding. All we need to do is that rate and thresh are equal to cv2.threshold, and threshold actually accepts three parameters. Sorry, that accepts four parameters. The first one is the image, and the next one is the threshold value, and I'm going to say 80. You can play along with this. And the maximum value is 255, and the type of threshold, which is cv2.thresh binary. So I'm going to use thresh binary invert. So thresh binary invert actually inverts the binary. And the next thing we need to do is to actually get our contour. So to get our contour, we'll get our contour and hierarchy. And this is how we're going to do that. We'll say that our contours and hierarchy equal to cv2 find contours. So that's it. And if we're finding contours, what we need to do is to actually provide the parameters, the values for different parameters. And what we're going to do now is to thresh. It actually takes thresh and not just an ordinary image. That's to take the threshold image, that's black and white image, and that's it. So the thresh image, and the next thing we need to do is cv2.retree. Retree is what we're going to use here. Sorry. Yes, retree. And the next we're going to use this property from CVT is chain approximation simple. There is that trace approximation simple. So this is what we're going to use for our contours. And now what I want you to see is I'm going to print out different contours which will derive from this image to show you how we're going to use a conditional statement to actually get or detect the object that we actually want. So I'm going to say that for contour in contours, and let's just print our contour and see, and our contour singular, and that's it. So meanwhile, let's just visualize. So I'll say cv2.imshow, please show me my image, and my image is here also. cv2.imshow, please show me my thresh image, the threshold image. Sorry about that. Threshold image is my thresh, and cv2.weight key 0 over here. And let's see. I'll run through an error, and it says image type is 16gv, must be equal to 16. Sorry, we have an error somewhere, and this is our thresh. binary version gray, and is it bed to JPEG? Yeah, bed to JPEG. IMG CVT color gray. Alright, trash goes to IMG. Sorry, it's actually IMG gray and not IMG. So we can't threshold a BGR image. We threshold a gray image. So sorry about that. And this is it. So this is our trash and this is our original image. And if you scroll through the terminal, you actually see different values, and the values here we have, you can actually scroll through. When you scroll through these values, you see that we have 200, we have 196, we have 100, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to ensure that we use 200. Why? Because we want to get the exact object of this. And in most cases, when we have noise in the background that we've not actually filtered out, you'll see that the values will be lower than this. And in such instance, it will be difficult to actually detect. Like now we have 98, 97. So if you want to draw a rectangle on this 97, or every object or every value that you get here, you would likely not be able to draw the rectangle within the area, or let me say within the boundary. Yeah, boundary, exactly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a conditional statement here. So I'll say that if bounding, if cv2 dot contour area, pass the contour here, and is greater than 200, that is what we need. If it's not greater than 200, we are not drawing any rectangle to surround it. It means just skip, just go off, and that's it. So what we need to do is to declare our x and y values, so that x here and our width is here, and also our height is here, is equal, they are all equal to cv2 dot bounding rectangle, bounding rects, and that's it. And we'll pass our contour here, and that's it. So the next thing we need to do is to actually draw a rectangle within the contour. So if you've not watched the previous video on how we draw rectangles and shapes, I would encourage you to go back and watch that video, and let's go. So cv2 dot rectangle over here, and what I'm going to do in rectangle is that, where do I want to draw the contour, or where do I want to draw the rectangle? Rather, I want to draw it on the original image. So it's image over here, and the next thing we need to pass is actually the coordinates, the starting point and the end point. And for the starting point, we're going to input the x value and the y value. So x here, y here, that's horizontal and vertical. And the next one is going to be x plus the width, and also y plus the height. So x plus the width and y, x plus width, y plus height. And the next thing we want to do is actually the color. What color do we want to? We want to draw green and 0255 and 0. And the last thing we're going to do is the width of this rectangle. So the width of this rectangle, I'm going to use 3. You can play along with it and see how it goes. So let's see what we have. And I think I need to close the, sorry, let's see, I haven't closed this, and that is it. So now you see exactly, we've gotten the contours here, and we've gotten the rectangle to actually surround the object, and that's it. So the next thing I'm going to go into is to show you how we can use contours with videos, and you can also use this with real-time video, that's with webcam. So I'm going to show you with a sample video I have, and before then I would love you to pause this video. I've already shown you how to capture, process and visualize video, and I've shown you also about contours. So I want you to blend these two techniques and actually do contours with rectangles, sorry, do contours with video. So that's what I want you to do in this video. So what are we going to do? Just pause the video and let's see how we can do that. So by now I believe you've been able to achieve that. However, if you haven't, let's do it. So say contour video py. So in order to save time, I would love to copy the entire code which we wrote here, and I would advise you to write everything on your own. Do not copy anything right now. Just I'm doing it for the sake of time. So our image, we're not going to use image any longer. I would say that video is equal to cv2.video capture, and the file name is birds.mp4. So birds.mp4 is what we want to use. I'll say that ret is equal to true. Then I'll say our while loop, while ret, and ret over here, and trash, sorry, ret and frame. We are getting frame from video dot read, and the read property is here. So after reading, that's where we'll make use of this. After reading, we'll utilize this. So that's it. And please watch closely. This frame is going to replace this. Whenever you see frame, I'm going to replace this. And I'm doing this for the sake of time. I don't want to start to write down everything. So I'm just using it as the boilerplate. So this is it. And we've been able, let me explain the concept. So now we read the video, which is birds.mp4. We actually go through it with a while loop. And to get the frame, we've gotten the frame. We set our image to convert the frame from normal BGR to R to gray, sorry. And then we'll get the rate. Now this rate has to be changed. I would say underscore here because we're not even making use of it. So I'll say trash here is equal to the gray image which we get here. Everything remains the same. Contours, hierarchy remain the same. For contour in contours, and that's it. The bounding rectangle is here, and we are drawing this upon our frame. Yes, our frame is where we're going to draw it, and the image will be visualized here. And here we're going to use 40. So let's just pass the value of 40. And do not forget, since we're working with video, we have to actually release the properties. So I would say video.release and CV to destroy all windows. So we're done. We're going to destroy all the windows here. And let's see how it goes. I think I need to close this. Yes, exactly. So we've gotten it. You can now say this works on video. You can actually use it to detect an object and know how their movement goes. So that's all. Sorry. I forgot to actually write a condition that will enable us to actually quit the program when we want. So we'll say if cv2.waitkill40 and oxff equal to ord, and q over here, sorry, q that's quits, and that's what is used traditionally, and you can use any value you want. So I'm going to visualize that again, and that's it. So you can see how the objects are being detected, the birds flying, how they are being detected, and you can just terminate the program by hitting on the q key. And that's all for this course. I'm really excited that you've been able to complete this contour video with OpenCV. In our next video, we'll dive into face recognition system before we move to our final video, which is the AI cartoonizer. If you found this useful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share.